they fit 9 people in there with a little couch thing in the back.
I hope they paid them well.
I'm not sure, but if you look up Tortuga, you can just type it in.
Oh, yes.
Tortuga has a Facebook page, and when they had to change it because people don't like the word midget anymore. So they changed it to another name, but they have them come like 2-3 times a year in summer.
Really?
And do
they Jello
they sell out. I mean, you can't even find any place to park when they're there.
I remember you told me that is so popular. So Carlos must be on one tonight. It says, I was addicted to Japanese furniture P for like 3 years. All I did is search it, watch it. It was a fascination. Just the storylines. Some of the videos are over 2 hours. I had to wean myself off of it.
You had to
I mean, you're cracking me up. You are quickly good.
So you started like watching it for 3 hours. Then you have to take like a gabapentin, like watch it for 2 and then take a gabapentin.
You never know if Carlos is telling if he's trolling or if he's.
It's perfect for this place.
I know. Furniture. I don't know what that is. They make love to furniture or whatever. Like
I don't know anything about that.
But now you know half the people in here are going to Google it and try to figure out what the hell it is.
Yeah, right. Even Sandy Crotch has furniture.
Yeah. That reminds me, remember when Mama Bear told that about Rebecca, and Rebecca was so embarrassed that she liked to hump the arm of the chair when she was little or something. And it went around the community. Everybody was so mad about Mama Bear saying it, and they made fun of her for it and everything. But yeah, she sure put it out there just like it was matter of fact.
Mama Bear was an expert troll.
She said that made me spit out my butt, right?
Yeah, that was an interesting. You don't have too many people that have.
He wants to go to Japan and find out if it's a real thing.
In the drama community, we don't have a whole lot of like relatives. I mean, you might have like siblings and stuff like that, but Mama Bear and her, that was
yeah.
That was
and boy, we learn not to click links. Yeah, don't ever click a link. And maybe if you go and green, what does boy call it? Backstage, click a link to go backstage or something. You don't ever do it.
They get like 9 out of
something like that. You know what I mean? Well, Carlos always has an interesting addition to the conversation. I don't know. Again, who is Siren? I can't find it.
What are you looking at?
Siren, Syren Demur. You know what I'm talking about? But Mia made a thing with Deshaun Watts, right?
Deshaun Watson.
And it was an actual
so
movie.
The thing that happened with Deshaun Watson, if you don't know, he was the quarterback for the Houston Texans, and he asked publicly for a trade.
Hey, Hillcrest.
So he was, bitching about a trade and this and that. So I believe, so they exposed that Deshaun would fly in masseuses, to come in and give a massage and give him a happy ending or whatever. Do you remember when that story broke? I believe that the Texans always knew that he did that, but because he wanted out of Houston, the owner was like, this is how you're going to leave, really disgrace. So he goes through this whole case. He goes through this whole civil case. And he doesn't get, the NFL suspends him for 11 games, but he doesn't get officially charged with anything. He signs this $450 million contract with the Cleveland Browns, right? Now, he was just telling everybody, fuck you. Y'all tried to drag me through the mud, and I got a brand new, 9-figure contract and whatever. And so we're like, okay, just go play ball. Don't be popping up on the internet with, masseuses and stuff. So all of a sudden, about 3 or 4 months after all of that was over, there is a video of Deshaun Watson with Mia Khalifa, and he's got Mia Khalifa dressed like a maid, and they're playing Nerf basketball in his apartment. Talk about him saying "fuck you" to everybody. I'm gonna keep doing this stuff.
Yeah, he still kind of does stuff.
Yeah,
like that, and everybody's like, is anybody even surprised or care that he gets that? Carlos is willing to pay a massive amount of money to have one night with her. I think that if you can launch a GoFundMe, Carlos, you might be able to get enough together to make your dream come true. Right?
Second, I'll have to look that up.
Those vending machines with penny.
So, Cunning, do I like wrestling? So there is. That comes on. I don't know what cable company you have, but you know what WOW is, the Women of Wrestling? It's back on TV. One of the announcers, there's only 2 of them. One's fairly famous, but the other guy that announces, I used to work with him at the post office. And he got into a situation where his longtime girlfriend got an order of protection. It was horseshit, But so he was like, I'm out of here. So he called some people that he knew. He used to know like the Fabulous Moolah way back then, and some of the wrestlers in like the 80s and 90s. And he's in his late 30s. He's like 40 years old. I don't know how he do this. But he said, I'm going to go to LA and I'm going to get a job wrestling. I just have to get out there. And I thought, there's no way, but have a great life. He gets out to LA. Wow. You can Google that, WOW. When you look at the 2 guys that announce that, they don't show their faces. They just show them so he goes by the stage name of Nigel Zane. Bald guy, worked with him right here at the Dawsonville Post Office. He's out there announcing that show now. I'm like over the moon for the dude because he left out of here, trying to be shamed by somebody that was making up shit about him. And but he had to leave town. And now he's out there doing that. So that's
a pretty good change right there. Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can hear, but we have our chicken. We have a rooster crowing at the door, probably because it's his office. So
we have the front door shut.
The guy already thinks he knows everybody. I've never heard anything about Clash at the Castle. That's interesting.
I don't know what that is. But,
who's JJ Watt? Who's JJ Watt?
JJ Watt. What do you mean you know all about him? That's the player just retired.
From what?
From football.
Oh.
And he is now an analyst, but his brother plays for the Steelers. His first name is also 2 letters. J. Watt, right? I think.
You got me.
Yeah. So
you got me. got his foot caught in the rope and he was upside down. His opponent had to release him. Okay, so football player.
Well,
like American football
no,
or like
Cunning is talking about, they're talking about two different things.
Okay, let me turn my
Cunning is talking about the clash at the castle, and Lord Hillcrest is talking about the football player.
But we can be all over the map. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting this up because that hat was making my hairline itch because it's not elastic or something. So I had to change it. That we've run the gamut on conversation topics. So Carlos, is Ernie Shell, does he say he's like a former colonel, right? Like he's a retired Army colonel?
I was leaning in on that a little bit because I've heard people talking about that. And I'm like, well, I'm a retired Army officer, not a colonel. I'm here doing drama sometimes.
I think he's like in his, he was in the Army, yes. So he was actually in the Army, like for real. He's always saying he's going to conquer the world and doing whatever.
I would have to watch the guy, but
you've never watched him?
I've heard about him. But.
Okay, Carlos says yes, but Carlos will always, usually sometimes if it's a fantastical story, Carlos will confirm it as fact just to keep the story alive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In our chats anyway, Carlos is a real asset to the chat.
He's a real asset. We don't have American football where I am. It's similar to the rugby union, I think. Okay, rugby is like football with no pads. It's kind of rough.
I am not a big soccer fan. However, I was in Germany for the 1994 World Cup. The World Cup wasn't held in Germany, but I was in Germany, and I'm telling you, that country stops.
Yeah. I've heard that.
For soccer.
No, Chris, I think it's a weird time. We went live at 7, which is a really weird time for people because we've got people on the West Coast. We popped on. We were just have fun. We weren't gonna change the world with our topic or whatever. We were giving content for those people who just like to talk about the bullshit and not the drama. We can do drama any day.
We can do drama. I mean,
any day.
She's trying to.
I like it when you say it.
There was so much that I wanted to say to follow up on, the things that happened after we did our live stream, and Andy's like, just let it go.
Well, for now. Because none of it is interesting enough to really.
It really isn't.
No, but it will be soon, and then we'll cover it.
The thing about it is every little, probably us too, but every little group of people that are working again, everybody has a mole.
Yeah.
Everybody has stuff that goes on, and sometimes when they send a mole over and they're not really a mole, and they're and it's like, just move along.
I've got a few people who have reached out to me before. Nobody that's talking to now, and it was just pretty obvious that because they don't talk very long until they get down to business. So they might be like, oh, I watched you, I love you, and then within like a couple of days they're like, so tell me what happened with you and so and so. And then you're like, I know.
They go, hold on, let me just.
I'm like, so you've been watching us for years.
Wait 10 seconds before you answer. Like they're gonna record everything you say or whatever.
I want to show you to the camera, Sawyer. Come here, tell him to come here. Say, Sawyer, come here. Yeah, there's a lot of pretty nasty
It is, Clancy.
We just don't take it that seriously.
You see, the United States soccer team, the national team, isn't when you think about the other teams that come from this country, like basketball teams, and soccer is not even like the U.S. soccer team isn't even like a top 15 team as far as the countries go. It is very mediocre, and I think that's why the World Cup isn't as popular. And there's a lot of people that like it, but 1994 was the first year that the American soccer team was starting to be a little relevant. But I mean, they're light years being able to compete with the European powerful, country teams and South America. It's just not going to happen.
It's not.
It's not, right?
He's like, I don't know what you're talking. Okay, we're just taking a brief pause for the cause. This is Sawyer. He is still the same Sawyer Brown he's always been. He makes a very quick appearance. And then
so Donna wants to know if you've posted a members only video.
Not yet, but let me tell you something about the members only video.
Donna, who is a member and has every right to ask.
Yeah, we've had a couple people fall off. Lisa Simpson, I'll miss you. I hope you come back soon. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to ask you guys, do you want, if I wanted to put something about drama in the video, do you want me to put it with the same video or keep it separately? But that is the main thing I wanted to know from you guys before I
And here's why.
upload it.
The reason why.
The one from last week I had put, You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story. Thank you, Donna. It's got a sticker.
Thank you, Donna.
I had put, You've Got a Friend, it was Scout and Sawyer doing whatever. And I was like, okay, well then it said that it was, obviously hit a copyright thing. But then the members were still able to watch it. So I was like, okay. And then I think YouTube is irritated with me. So I put that one on private. So I know now not to do that. But the one today, I think I'm just going to put them half and half because I want her to have to watch all the boring shit to get to the good shit.
That's true. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. We have people that like to, there's one person that's left that likes to download or upload or whatever it is, our member stream and then review it.
But if you want to pay me $7, that's
okay.
totally okay.
That's the first thing. She wants to pay, we're worth $7.
But the last week there was a gap in it because we had a family. So that's why. So we're going to get back on track. But I don't know that gap will be made up with, but we're going to get back to the once a week thing.
So the person who likes to review our videos, to her people, we were just going to give her something to review that they might be interested in.
Yeah, I got some really good stuff that's worth showing or whatever. The picture is so clear. No, we're on ours, but I reset the internet. I'm glad that the picture is clear. When it gets really, really hot here, and I thought that it had gotten better.
Yes, Donna, they are.
It goes down. The internet goes down. And then I guess last summer it must not have been quite as hot, but this summer it is, so we've had problems with it. Yeah, we have pictures of the deer. The deer now, like we were saying, comes straight up to the front door. Yep. And if we're not out there with food, he'll whatever kind of tap our door with his, literally knocks on our door with his nose.
Stuff like a bull. But this one, I think this one's about a year old. It's not a very big one. It just hangs out in the backyard all day.
I'm going to get a video of it. Yeah,
It just hangs out. He'll be just chilling there, not just coming up to eat, but just hanging out.
It goes into the chicken thing, and Karen has, okay, so it's super clear. We might need to just start rebooting our internet before we go live, because everyone says that it's really, really clear. So that's cool.
Someone was asking about the regular crowd. I mean, we don't do a really good job sometimes of just giving, like, our time used to be 8:30 that we would vlog when we vlogged, and then tonight we went with 7. I thought it was going to be 8:30 until Mandy told me 7, but I mean, so there's a group of people that may not catch this, but they'll catch the replay because
or you can catch it on the replay. Yeah. You know it's lit.
And you know it's already lit.
You already know it's lit.
That's a millennial saying there too.
That's a hillbilly saying right there.
It is freaking for the trill.
Yeah, it's like I have people talking about my freaking children, but I'll watch people say it's lit when they talk about yours. Anyways, yeah, Karen's garden is wonderful. Karen is wonderful, but that's why all the things like Karen has, and she's blessed, and it's her personality is such that she's not at all like, you know, boastful or everything, but everything in her life that goes along with who Karen is. Karen is very calm. She's very like whatever. And so, you know, you hear things in kind or whatever. So it's interesting because we have a, you know, like I said, we've got a chicken named Casey who's just like her, and Casey had to decompress for a couple of days. We thought she was sick, but she was just tired of the other chickens always wanting her attention. So she went for a couple of days, and we were like, oh no, she's sick. But then she came back out into my flowers and said, I don't eat marigolds. And I said, well, that's all I have. And she went, all right, back into the shed I go.
Right.
It's funny though, for real, because when she's sitting drinking water or eating next to another chicken, and she'll be sitting there, and the chicken will kind of just automatically, the females are the nastiest ones to each other. They'll kind of reach over and bite her, and Casey will be like, and the chicken's like, oh, like, sorry, didn't realize it was you. You're cool. You can stay here.
We're sure it was. I wasn't positive it was your day at the watering hole.
She can. And when she was under the coop for that couple of days, all the chickens would
hold her.
We miss you. You gonna come out and just give me a couple of days?
She said, I'm gonna be like tragic. I'm gonna take up a mental health break for a couple of days. I'm gonna
you can't take a mental health break. Samantha does.
No, you're not supposed to. But Samantha cares about everybody. She will go.
Not only that, but she will survey who is the weakest and who she can manipulate the easiest, because they're having so her assertion that she's some sort of advocate protector of the mentally ill is complete and total bullshit. But y'all all know that.
What Sam is really good at doing too is when she's rocked back on her heels, which is a lot of the time.
Yes.
She will, she'll scour the ecosystem for the people that are most desperate to have a channel that has something they're trying to do.
And
I got my TikTok package.
She'll walk right up and put their hair on around and says, come on over here. You want drama? I'll give you drama.
But y'all might as well quit sending people over to try to like get, I've been around for too long for y'all. You send people out on these little missions and I see them a mile away. But
and people start asking her, Sam, you're such a wise and astute and really crafty legal person. Where do you get that from? And she has to make up some bullshit. Mandy and I were watching.
She's like, I get it out my ass.
Mandy and I were watching Piers Morgan one night. And we were watching this. You ever watch Piers Morgan? It's like a 48 hours.
He'll do an interview with serial killers, like the most unlikely serial killers. You know what I mean?
And this was and it was about a case in Florida. And lo and behold, Sam's, I guess it's her dad, right? Her dad. The dad was one of the people that were interviewed. He was in law enforcement, and this and that, and legal and all that. And you listen to this guy talk a little bit, and it was like, oh my God, it's a small world. But then you do a little bit of research and you find out what an accomplished family that is.
Really?
I mean, her dad, her brother, they've done a lot in Florida.
She had a lot of opportunities presented to her. What happened?
And I sit there and I think,
hey, Spacey,
she must have had to be one colossal piece of shit for that family to completely give up on her. And that just occurred to me, and I was like, man, because it seemed like I saw a family. Mandy's family and my family, we both have people that have pathologies and people that are kind of conniving and we have had to set up boundaries. You have to do that. You set up boundaries and you see them coming, you don't put up with their shit, but they're still your family. Yeah. And you show Christmas and stuff like that.
So corrosive and toxic. And now a lot of people have seen it.
A lot of people have seen it, but I just sat there going, this is it for her. Where she's ever gone, a couple of adopted families and this and that and friends in different towns, she has completely fucked everybody over and been, to the point where nobody wants anything to do with her. This right here is what she's got right now.
She destroys every friendship, every relationship. She doesn't know how to have anything good in her life without destroying it. And I wonder, because I heard she's been particularly pissed off at me or you lately, like really nasty and vile. I haven't heard. You have so many people on your ass, Sam, and so many people that are every day calling you out, put pictures, doing whatever. Why do you even give a shit what I'm doing? You have bigger fish to fry.
You have got way more. And to all your cronies that are with it too, she will eventually do it. Just do your research.
I can't believe they think she's like not going to do it.
Well, and that's, I got to thinking about that, because really people as bad as, morons that they are, as low-hanging fruit as they may be, we kind of sort of have a moral compass to just kind of be like, don't do that if you can. If you're a decent person, you're like, look, but it's just amazing just how much people need to be here on YouTube, how this is their thing. And this is what they want to put their energy on, and going out, find stuff about other people, coming on here like it's a gotcha moment. And it's like, there's certainly got to be other things that you do in your life. But I bring that up about Sam because this is it for her. This is her thing. She has not a damn thing else happening. And she's grabbing other people that are like her.
That's a good point you bring up. Yeah. When she talks, when she discusses things, does she have any long-term plans? Like, does she ever talk about what her plans are for the future, or is it just here and now? Does she plan to forever talk shit on YouTube? And, you know, her and her wife, are they just planning on reviewing obese people forever? Like, that's not a sustainable future. Right. So does she ever talk about having plans to go back to school or to get
I am sure that Yaba, you know, has other side hustles and businesses. Now, for Samantha, I don't know, but I know she's always been able to take care of herself. I mean, she's got that hustle in her.
job or I mean, that's what I don't understand. People can agree or not agree with plans for the future. I want to go back to school. I want to become whatever. What are her plans other than talking shit on the internet?
Where's the light at the end of the tunnel? I mean, most of us that are of my age,
yes.
A lot of people that are my age that have done very, very well in their mid-50s retiring,
right.
But want to do really well. We know a couple of them. So a lot of people that are our age have some legacy that they've inherited me or whatever. But most of us have one or two or three or several things that they do to provide.
Yeah, you're right. I want to know her 5-year plan.
Right. Someone said, I thought you were agreeing with me, but you're agreeing.
I'm agreeing with you.
But the thing is, like I get up and I know what I have in the bank. I know the Army pays me, what the VA pays me, what this pays me, what AdSense pays me, what my eBay store pays me, what DoorDash pays me, and all these things, so that I can, go to vacation in South Carolina, that I can, pay for this, that I can go and take my mom and dad when they need stuff.
Where are you going on vacation? Here. Where y'all going? When you coming? Why you want to come here?
Yeah.
This so YouTube, we're here because we have friends here, but I'm trying to think about where I'm talking about people like Sam, people like Tragic. We know that Yaba was, doing this, trying to build a channel to pay her rent, to pay her bills, to support her, and she's doing it. She was doing it, and it's become harder and harder because there's these other people. I'm like, what do you do when you get up in the morning? Well, some of these people, it's like, besides figuring out, researching about people so that you find stuff out about them and make their life miserable, when most of the stuff that you find out in post, like Tragic posting about pistachio's legal problems 11 years ago.
That she's totally honest about. It's not a secret.
When you guys get up, like jump in the shower and go to a job for a while? I mean, and I'm not going in on anybody else. People have a lot of reasons why they have to stay at home or why they do stay at home. I'm just talking about these people in general that think that this is a sustainable thing. And it's one thing if it's not a sustainable thing, but it's an admirable thing, like some charity work or a nonprofit. That's, you're not going to make money doing it and you can't do it forever, but it's at least good for society. Mm-hmm. What Sam and the people that she's enlisted, they're older people. I don't think she's got anybody that's like aspiring college students or that are still living in their parents' home. It's mostly people my age or in their 40s, Gen Xers. And they wake up and this is what they do. They come on YouTube and put their heads together and try to figure out somebody's police record or try to figure out what,
Or God forbid if they file bankruptcy or, whatever the hell.
And then what happens when they find people that they don't like that stands up to them, like Mandy and I, we support other people like Sam, lambasting her or whatever, or Clara, who's our friend because she's always been our friend. We will stand by that and we don't give a fuck who like or not. So they would try to make our life miserable by sending people over to see what they can. And there's nothing to find on us. I mean, the same sense the story ends.
You tied it together.
Yeah, that is why I said, Mandy, call it. We are not the same. And I'm not going near to the degree that I was going to do, talking about some of the things we know and some of the people that have, tried to, come at us. So, I mean, it's just not. We're not. Because some of these people we have friendships with, and it just, I get mad. I'll get mad. And that's why I'm Mandy, because I'll get mad. I said, I'm going to say this. I'm going to talk about this. She's like, no, Sean, you're mad because they're saying stuff about me or they're coming for me. And she's the same way. About me.
The one thing that, and this is, I don't know who said it the first time. I don't know who said it since, but this is the first person I heard it from. BlessThisMess is notorious for saying, when people show you who they are, believe it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to say, like, fuck me once, shame on you. Fuck me twice, shame on me. Right. Yeah, I'm not as stupid as people think that I am, as far as I can be very nice and talk and be very understanding and try to be a friend, but I'm not stupid. So
say fuck you real good, Miriam.
Yeah, exactly. Look, this puppy is right here.
I will bring up one thing that I thought was pretty hilarious because it deals with me and Kiwi Farms, because I never really watched Kiwi Farms, but I kind of lean in now because they're really staying on Sam's ass.
Oh yeah,
and it's beautiful. She posted a picture of me at at Dr. Phil, a picture of me and said, this is what Sean looked like when he was with TT, and then a picture of me recently and said, this is what he looks like now. And Kiwi Farms was like,
I said you make this.
Just making this too easy. And they showed a picture of Yaba, 4 years ago.
Say that this.
I saw it go, oh, it's back. We're back?
Yeah, we'll stay on for a few more minutes. It's the heat that's doing it.
Yeah, it's doing it.
But anyway, it was screenshot that Kiwi Farms had put something about Sean. This is a year into this when she was feverishly trying to get them to dox us and do whatever. And it said, look, Sean, your big day has arrived. And it said,
I had no idea.
I can read it. Which one was it on? Did I put it on our page?
I still don't know exactly what it says because I would appear here and there because of my last relationship. I would get mentioned.
No, this was, hold on, let me find it. I'll find it.
But the thing about it is, I forgot.
I know, it's my fault. I'm going to try to get to this thing because I want to read it because it's.
Oh, what I was going to say is she took a picture from Dr. Phil. And I think if you watched us at all, you know that when I talk about going on Dr. Phil, so she used that picture, which Mandy will say, most people that see that say that I look good in that show.
Yeah.
And I would say thank you for that, but I also would say that they literally put about. But so when she uses that picture, it's like, Sam, you are messy.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. When I was sitting there next to Dr. Phil, I shaved today, but I had like a 5 o'clock shadow because I hadn't shaved since I'd been there, and this was like the 48 hours later, 36 hours later, we're about to go on. Said I need to shave, and they said, no, don't worry about that. We're going to put a base or foundation or whatever I call base. We're going to put enough on there where they're not even. So if you ever see those clips again and you see me on there, they've got all that makeup on for the camera. I have a beard. They put so. Have you ever watched like a newscast?
You guys are like, we know that, Sean. You told us.
When you watch a newscast and sometimes like you'll see it like Atlanta News and the lighting is not right and you can see all the fucking makeup that they wear. That's what that picture was.
So this one is, when Olive Oil, who now is she's on Kiwi Farms and she talks about Sam, and she finally was like, this bitch right here. Sam had posted on Twitter, said, I love this for y'all. I'm genuinely thrilled for this to finally have happened. Finally, the day has come. It is here. You have risen to internet superstar status. Your day has come, Sean. This is it. Mandy, shut up. This is Sean's day. And something had been posted on Kiwi Farms. This has been a while ago.
I didn't even know what happened. I never even knew about it.
It says the proxy war continues and the pawn always gets sacrificed first. So that was something that Kiwi Farms was saying about whatever. So Sam rejoiced. Sam, you're now the superstar.
How long ago was that?
It was like a year, 18 months ago. Because that's not.
But the point for me is that I never knew it.
Right. I don't know. It was in my screenshots that I was going through it. And sometimes people will send me things and I'll save them, but I don't, know everything. And I found a bunch. But she was so excited we made it onto the farms. You're a daily peer.
Yep. Connie Lingwood says when you go on TV, you look your best and they make you up.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why just on another level that she couldn't find a picture to compare because anyone else that knows anything about anything would say, how do you say that I'm not in a better position now?
And it doesn't matter because the only one that it matters what we look like is to each other.
Right. I'm just trying to like that was where Sam is going, which is she's trying these freaking Hail Marys now. And the farms is going, you're making it real easy for us to come back to.
I want them to go on camera together.
That's true.
You keep taking challenges and you keep doing it. I bet you two won't, with a ring light, go on camera together and do a stream.
I doubt the two of them could fit on this couch right here.
We love you guys.
See how we are right
We
now?
will talk to you again soon.
Look at that. See that? From here.
We're going to go put chickens to bed. We love you guys. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Bye.